Hello everybody. Here is our E4 Station's LOL Superman Iceberg video to hopefully help with a lot of confusion about this supposed 9/11 video that was going around the internet around the mid-2000s and possibly even up to a few years ago. With this search blowing up since the Lost Media subreddit post in late July of 2022, there have been a lot of finds and interesting pieces of info. This iceberg hopefully will give anybody new to this search for LOL Superman, which may or may not exist. For those who don't know what LOL Superman is, it's a supposed shock video from 9/11, so this video is meant for mature audiences and not those who do not like disturbing content. What makes LOL Superman a shock video is that it is said to be footage of someone in the plaza or close by the Twin Towers on September 11, 2001, recording the plaza when eventually people falling from the towers impact the ground close to the cameraman or cameramen recording. Now there are so many reports of such a video like this existing on the web over the past 2 decades that similar other supposed videos have popped up that might show similar content to LOL Superman, and those videos will be included on the Iceberg video as well. Wang's subreddit LOL Superman post. This is the starting point of the 2022 search of LOL Superman, or just any plaza footage from the 9/11 attacks. While this didn't blow up like the Lost Media subreddit post, it is still an important one to remember, since I believe it is where we found the 2015 4chan post talking about LOL Superman. Lost Media subreddit post. The post that blew up this search and was locked in January of last year. A lot of stuff was found here that we will go over in this iceberg, but I really recommend looking over it yourself if you are new to this search. User can't stand idiots. So here is a user that has been with the search for a long time and the creator and one of the moderators of the 9/11 Archive subreddit. 9/11 Archive subreddit. This is the sub that as of this video still has the mega thread of LOL Superman still pinned on the first page. This sub blew up in popularity when Blame It on Jorge included it in his disturbing Lost Media video last year.
NE521. In late 2022, Reddit user Can't Stand Idiots found a website that had a bunch of videos, and one was titled NE521, and when looking for it, only part 1 of it was discovered, and the oversaturation in video quality matched what we had of the only supposed video still of LOL Superman. However, before part 2 was found, Reddit user Can't Stand Idiots did find a higher quality version of part 1, but LOL Superman still could have been a low quality version of part 2. However, when part 2 was found, it turned out to not be in the plaza. It is still notable for being one of the first big finds that came close to matching LOL Superman, and we will talk about the supposed LOL Superman still very shortly. Origin of LOL Superman thumbnail. So this thumbnail or still was found by the sketchy dude in Pinterest by a user talking about LOL Superman, and this was thought to be a still from the video. However, on January 24th of last year, a Reddit user Gtoons Animation found where the still came from, and it was from a Chinese tourist video visiting the World Trade Center Plaza in June 2001. So this still has nothing to do with 9/11. Gubby, the first big YouTuber to make a video on LOL Superman, and thanks to this coverage, 2 other videos we will talk about later came to light from the comment section. One a lot of people remember being called Fallen Angels, and the other going by the nickname I Like to Watch, Jack Taliercio. So while this is some of the most famous and eerie 9/11 footage out there, there is a lot of speculation that Jack Taliercio might have been the one to record the LOL Superman footage. While I believe the cuts in his video are just from him simply stopping the recording on his camera, some theorize that, if LOL Superman exists, that he might be the one that recorded it and edited it out. 4chan post. So one of the first big finds in the LOL Superman footage was this 2015 4chan post actually remembering the video of bodies landing in the plaza called something along the lines of LOL Superman. This is one of the biggest finds, seeing as before the 2022 search started we had someone, Indiana, 2015 remembering the name LOL Superman, or something very similar in the early days of YouTube. Now while this doesn't confirm anything due to the age of this person claimed they were when they saw the video, but very interesting nonetheless. Other 4chan posts from 2016, 2017, and 2018 also popped up, and we saw other possible names for the video that we will talk about later. Blame it on Jorge. So as stated earlier, Blame It on George's disturbing lost media video last year brought a lot of attention to not only the 9/11 archive subreddit, but the LOL Superman search. Lot of interesting things came from this video's comment section we will talk about in upcoming entries. Lost Media Wiki post. In January of last year, right before the Lost Media subreddit post got locked, there was a Lost Media Wiki page made for it. It is well made and has some history of the search in it you should check out. Car debate. In August of 2022, the sketchy dude pointed out how most claims from people remembering the video having people land on cars are most likely false. There were no cars in the plaza, and only one known victim landed on a car. Some people say there are people who did land on cars around the area with the carport, but it would mean LOL Superman didn't take place in the plaza or didn't stay there. We're going to touch on that more later in the video, or the path the cameraman might have took entry, but for the most part, if this video exists, nobody knows if anybody's landed on any cars on video. Wayback Machine. So this has been a very helpful tool helping us find some oddities and interesting video names, but has not got us to the point where we have actually found LOL Superman or any lost media with 9/11. I feel like this can still be used to help us a lot. Search started too late. So with a search starting in July of 2022, for a video that is only speculated to have existed on YouTube or Google Video in 2006 or around that time, it makes you wonder if the search just started too late. Flash support ended in late 2020. You're the Man Now Dog ended the year before. So many gore websites have shut down, and YouTube in general is a much different place than it was almost 2 decades ago. Maybe if the search started in 2016 it would have not been that hard to find LOL Superman, if it does in fact exist. Guy Rossbrook. So another person famous for recording the 9/11 attacks from his hotel room. It is notable for the unique view it gives us, and we actually see some people unfortunately fall in the video. Due to this, a lot of people seem to think LOL Superman is actually people remembering this footage and mixing it up with photos and videos of close-ups of the aftermath of people who fell, meaning LOL Superman is just one big misremembering from Guy Rossbrook's footage and other ones as well. 9/11 Memorial Museum. On October 21, 2022, somebody emailed the 9/11 Memorial Museum for footage like LOL Superman, and got a reply stating that they do not have the right or license to share the footage they are looking for. This might just about confirm that there is video from the plaza showing the impacts close up. Now whether this footage was ever online and called LOL Superman, or any similar name, is up for debate. Possible cameraman. So the sketchy dude was quick to point out at the beginning of the search who he thought were the most likely candidates to have shot the LOL Superman footage. You can read more about it on the Lost Media Wiki, but pretty much in this video these two dots moving across the screen might be them. Also at the very beginning of this clip you might see them again here. Mandela effect. So I don't think I need to explain what the Mandela effect is. I do want to point out how the more and more this search uncovers, it seems to point towards most people misremembering 9/11 content they saw years ago. The human mind is faulty, and it's totally possible so many people just believe they saw a video that never existed or hasn't been brought to the public yet. It's raining men. So very shortly after this search started, a lot of people claimed the supposed video still from LOL Superman was actually from a video called It's Raining Men. But not too long after the It's Raining Men video was found, and did not include any footage from the plaza, or any impacts on video. It's a tasteless video, but just know that there isn't any indication that any version of this video ever showed anything described as what LOL Superman showed. I do want to mention though, that since I have found proof other versions of this video existed at one point, we can't truly rule out that It's Raining Men actually did capture an impact on video or had plaza footage, but this lead seems to be fully searched Faces of Death footage. So one interesting lead was people claiming to have seen something like LOL Superman on a Faces of Death DVD or online video file. Now some people have looked for Faces of Death DVDs, claiming to have 9/11 footage, but nothing substantial has came from it yet. Audio descriptions. So this entry is just talking about the many different audio descriptions we have heard over the search of LOL Superman. We will get into it more in a later entry on why the audio is so important for LOL Superman. But concerning the descriptions we have reports it had Arabic chanting. We have on claiming that you can hear what sounds like glass breaking in the video, only for the cameraman to turn to the plaza and see the glass breaking sound were actually blood from bodies impacting the ground falling back to the ground. There was one saying the cameraman was calling for his partner, yelling "Hey Mike," or vice versa, but that audio might be from this video.
Mike, let's go check it out, come on. Mike, put your mic on. Mike, put your mic on. What? Put your mic on. 54545.
But there is one last video audio description we have that needed its own entry, because of how notable it was, that we will talk about soon. Skylight MOV. So in April of last year, in Reddit post asking people if they believe LOL Superman is real or not, there was this interesting comment that brought up a 9/11 video they remembered being titled Skylight MOV. This user claimed it was not a plaza video or ground level, but you see two people hit the carport on the North Tower, and this was on YouTube apparently around 2009 to 2010. This video also has a pretty active search for it, but just like LOL Superman, we haven't found anything yet. We're gonna have to blur this out. So this is the entry the audio descriptions one was talking about. So during the search we found a YouTube comment from around 2020 going into detail about a 9/11 video, and how either the cameraman or person with him said we're gonna have to blur this out. They were apparently looking at the aftermath of the plaza, and this is very notable for being on the internet before the search started, since this many people have found others supposed quotes that sound similar to that, and is very interesting if there is this video like this and if it is actually the LOL Superman many people remember. LOL Superman possibly found. So last year somebody found some footage of 9/11 on a Gore website, and it had no music, and was essentially a compilation of clips from the attacks. He came up with a theory that somebody spliced in videos and images of the aftermath of victims who impacted the ground, and put Al-Qaeda music over it. Now while this is just one theory, and maybe this video is just LOL Superman and people misremembered it over the years, this guy is not alone in thinking that LOL Superman is just footage. We already have Freedom of Information Act request. So in late 2022 a Reddit user requested a Freedom of Information request for any footage they have taken on the plaza on 9/11. Specifically between the second plane and the collapse of the South Tower. The FBI responded with the footage they are requesting is exempt from being released due to an ongoing legal trial. This might have just proved that footage like LOL Superman might exist, but is unviewable due to a legal trial going on. There is a chance that the plaza footage doesn't show any impacts on camera, but hopefully has audio so the songs that played during the attacks can be determined, which you will find out soon why that is so important. So in the mid-2000s, somebody in their social studies class remembers watching LOL Superman, or a 9/11 video of somebody impacting the ground on the computer they were using. This is the name of the website, HBO documentary. So when Blame It on Jorge made his disturbing lost media video, we all started getting reports about a supposed HBO documentary that aired shortly after the attacks that showed footage like what LOL Superman is described to show. Nobody has been able to find this documentary to confirm this, however, and I feel there is something here we should look more into. Other supposed YouTube names. So LOL Superman is the most well-known name of this supposed 9/11 video, but there are other names some people found that it might have been called, such as Superman Flies, or Superman Flying LMAO, or some more disgusting ones, like Man Turns Into Jam. So if this video does in fact exist, it is maybe best not to get too caught up on just LOL Superman when searching for this video. Possible cameraman plus a path. So early in this search it seemed more certain that LOL Superman, or this lost 9/11 plaza video, was maybe a minute long or so, and had the cameraman walk a certain path. However, with the discovery of the video still no longer being from 9/11, most people are not confident in any length or theory of what this video might hold, mostly because of how much the claims of this video vary from person to person. But if you are interested in the possible path, you can find it on the Lost Media Wiki. When I was a little filly. So this is a long one, but here it goes. So around late 2022, somebody claimed to have the original YouTube URL of the LOL Superman video, but when put in the Wayback Machine, all we got was a message saying the video had been taken down due to graphic and disturbing content. So eventually someone found the URL on a Facebook post, and then eventually on a tweet. The name of the video was named When I Was a Little Filly. Eventually it was found on a Smash Brothers forum, under a thread called If You Laugh You Lose. The URL was posted by this user, and the immediate reply under it says Flop Americans. Lastly, someone found it on a My Little Pony 4chan thread, but again nobody knows what this video had, and if it had 9/11 footage or not. The description of the video was said to say the following: "And the towers will fall." This was apparently taken from the Facebook post that I cannot find myself. Small point of view. So once again, thanks to Blame It on Jorge for exposing this search to so many more people. We got another claim of a similar video taken place from inside a 90s mall. Not much more information about this, but this could be one that could help us out a lot. AI fakes. So the first one we ran into was in December of 2022, and from what I remember wasn't malicious, but a concept somebody made of what LOL Superman could look like. However, the next month we got a fake that was made from somebody who disliked the ongoing search for LOL Superman. There are now recreations of what people remember using AI. YTMND. This is an old website from 2004 that you can still view, but I have seen some people remembering LOL Superman as a meme on You're the Man Now Dog. There is an It's Raining Men 9/11 meme you can find on there. I don't think we would find such a video on there, but there is still some stuff there that might still be useful. Fallen Angels. So shortly after Gubby made his LOL Superman video, we got comments talking about this video remembered to be titled Fallen Angels. This is another lost 9/11 video people are also searching for. So this is a sad story, and one that I found out about from this search in late 2022. The Black Tag Lady is a story of a lady who, according to Ernest Armstead, was still alive at the plaza, but was so badly injured and torn apart that she shouldn't have been alive. He put a black tag on her, and she started freaking out, which he believed she must have known she knew what the black tag meant. He believed she had fallen out of the tower, and this is related to LOL Superman. because if this video is indeed from the plaza, we have a chance to possibly, and I mean possibly is just recording in, to the plaza itself wouldn't guarantee us being able to see everything going on in there, but a small chance on seeing if the black tag lady truly was someone is described by Ernest, or if she looked more like somebody who was hit by debris from the building. Jump scare theory. So when the video still was revealed to not be a 9/11 video, the general feeling was disappointment now that we have nothing to prove that LOL Superman existed. However, as some people pointed out, that this June 2001 Chinese tourist video could still have been in the LOL Superman video, but used in the beginning, and then shocked the viewer by immediately switching to a video of a body impacting the ground. It is described as a shock video after all, but this is still just a theory. Alright, this is the end of part 1 of the LOL Superman Iceberg video. Thank you all for watching, and special thanks to naturalreaders.com for the text-to-speech voice. Part 2 will be coming soon.